This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025. I'm Marek Mazurek. A bill being considered by the Indiana General Assembly would allow the city of Alexandria in Madison County to annex about 460 acres for use as an industrial park. Senate Bill 491, authored by Senator Mike Gaskill, would make it easier for local officials to attract new businesses to the area, according to the Alexandria Economic Development Director Alan Moore. The city currently has the Alexandria Business Park, which encompasses 460 acres and is home to a bioethanol production facility operated by South Dakota-based Poet. The land set for annexation goes beyond the park's borders, not far from State Road 28. Moore said that with support from property owners, annexing the land would give the city control over zoning, which is something developers look for when making site selections.
So when we do the site visits, one of the questions everybody asks is it zoned? And as competitive as the market is, if the answer is not yes, then that's a negative for your site location. So we're trying to attract industry, and we think this is an important tool led to allow Alexandria to do that.
The bill currently focuses on the 460 acres, but Moore said there is potential for expansion of another 550 acres in the future. He added the city is open to bringing in companies from all industries, and there has been interest from manufacturers. Property tax reform is one of the top priorities for state lawmakers in 2025. That's why State Rep Kendall Culp has written a bill that would lower the property tax burden on farmland owners by changing the way county assessors calculate the value of farmland. Culp told Hoosier Ag Today that the formula put out by the bill, quote, takes into account commodity prices, cash rents, input expensive, and interest rates, end quote. He said the formula uses a higher interest rate, which brings valuations down. A fiscal study done by the state legislature shows that Indiana farmland owners would pay about $33 million less in 2027 if the bill becomes law. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
To succeed, you need to stay informed. You need to be engaged. And let's face it, you need to set yourself apart from the rest by connecting with a company that brings you the best. Because in today's environment, business is an ever-moving target, and we'll help you chase it. IBJ Media. The best of business is in us. Get started at ibjmedia.com/youngprofessional.
Officials in Michigan City will host a public meeting tonight, giving members of the community a chance to offer input on the planned reimagining of the Indiana State Prison site. The site is set to be vacated when construction on a new $1.2 billion corrections facility in Westville is completed. The new facility will replace the Indiana State Prison and the existing Westville Correctional Facility. The meeting will take place at the Michigan City Hope Community Center on McClelland Avenue from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Economic Development Corporation Michigan City said in a news release that the event will outline the process of transforming the site and allow residents to discuss design, connectivity, economic development, and land use. Last August, Michigan City said it was forming a team of consultants, architects, and designers to create a master plan for the site, a process that could last through this fall. Officials have told Inside Indiana Business that housing will be a focus for the land. Health officials in St. Joseph County have noticed common health issues are causing students to miss class. That's why the county health department launched the Community Partnership Program to raise awareness and is inviting donations from community members to help address them. Launched last August, the program receives general hygiene products, snacks for diabetic kids, clothing, and feminine hygiene products to address period poverty. With many of the schools missing basic supplies, kids can miss up to 4 hours of instructional time waiting on menstrual supplies or a pair of underwear from home. These occurrences also come at a cost to parents who have to leave work to bring the items to school. For more information on the program, head to InsideIndianaBusiness.com. And Trine University has reduced the cost of tuition for students entering its new Doctor of Occupational Therapy program. The cost for the 3-year program is now less than $10,000 per semester for a total cost of just over $80,000, including fees. The university did not immediately say how much the cost of tuition for the program is dropping. One of the men who helped finance projects all over downtown Indianapolis, Andy Mallon, is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC. a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Marek Mazurek for Inside Indiana Business Radio On Demand.